Right, I don't have hardwood beans on here.
Come on.
Okay, you're there.
Yes, share. There we go. Okay. Chat's over there. Don't need that. Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and park that. See, they call them planes because you play with them. Alright, so is Neofly actually... Let's put that over there. Alright. I guess it's better over here. Anyway. I'm just sort of letting some people join up first before I explain what the hell's going on. Oh, man. Big stretch.
Big
What about you, Sarah? Do you do big stretch?
The Neofly windows and
No. You can see her. She's down there. I've bopped her nose. Oh.
Oh, here she comes.
Here she comes.
Up here.
Sort of wrapped around some things with my cable here. Let me fix that.
Come here, you.
Sarah's complaining. There she is. Oh, Sarah, don't press any buttons on the stream deck, please. These are very important flight instruments. Do not press them. She's going to press the hell out of them. They're not all Japanese PS1 games, but there are a number of Japanese PS1 games back there. Honestly, though, more about the Japanese Saturn games. We got that... Oh, come on! What's the name of the shmup? Saturn shmup.
I don't own Radiant Silvergun.
You don't?
It's expensive.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like several $100s.
But I thought I could.
We've played it several times because I have the ODE and I have it on Xbox and.
Yeah, but I could have sworn. I just could have sworn. All right. Well, anyway. Oh yeah. She has Daria has an excellent games collection. It's no Jeremy Parrish situation, but
No.
anyway.
Yeah.
She's yelling. So the last time that we flew planes, which is what we're doing today, the last time that we flew planes, I just sort of flew planes, and that was that. In the interim, I think maybe somebody mentioned it last time. I don't remember. But I found out about this thing called Neofly, which is what we have in front of us here. And it is the jankiest garbage imaginable. I love it. It's basically it's a career mode that's bolted on to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, except that you can't really do that. It doesn't really work. And so Oh, you have the egg bug.
Well, yeah, because you can't fit
Well,
it on
no,
your head
I
with
get
the
you.
headset.
It makes sense. Um, you can't put a career mode into FS 2020. It doesn't work. There's not mechanisms for it. So here's what we have. What you're seeing here is the NeoFly window. Now I need to be clear. This is not in game. This is a separate window that is floating on my desktop, and this is just a program. This is like an independent. I'm positive it's a web server running on my machine. And what we have here are all the details of a career, and you have to pretend that the constraints in question are actually real. So this program cannot like give you a waypoint in game. It can't make your plane stop while your cargo is being loaded. It can't load the cargo for you. It can't do almost anything other than put certain objects into the game and adjust your fuel levels. That's about it. So instead, what it does is it basically gives you conditions you need to create in order to make believe that these constraints are real. So, for instance, if you look up here, oh, is my mouse cursor not showing up? Now, why would that be? It was showing up.
You need to
Let me
enable
fix
option.
that. Yeah, that. This is important. Under there, under there. Wait, no, capture cursor is turned on. Ah, irritating. Okay, well, forget about it. If you look in the upper left corner of this window, you can see that my current location, as indicated by the little target reticle there, is KC. That's Seattle Tacoma International Airport. And to the right of that, I have $13,000, which of course does not exist in game. Sorry, $12,000, which doesn't exist in game at all. I could just go. I could just go change planes right now. Right now, I'm in a Cessna G1000, which is basically the sequel to the Cessna 152. Apparently, I did not know this. The game starts you out with like one of three crappy prop planes, and you'll notice down here, like in the market, that you can buy other planes. And again, there's nothing stopping me from just picking one of these or picking a 747. But then NeoFly will say, nope, you haven't created the right conditions, so I'm not going to recognize that as a valid flight. All right. In order for me to be allowed to switch to a Cessna 152 NeoFly, I need to have $125,000 and then buy it in this program. And then it'll go, okay, you're allowed to have that. Right? So it's just the most tenuous connection possible. It's looking at the game, but it can't enforce anything in the game, and it can't change very much in the game. So since I'm at KC, these are the only planes that are available at KC, right, at the moment. If I wanted to buy a better one, I'd have to actually fly somewhere else, and then NeoFly would go, okay, you landed at such and such airport in Chicago. Here are the planes that are available there, right? And in fact, NeoFly will not let me fly to another airport. If I were to fly down to Portland and land there, when I go back to NeoFly, it would be like, well, you can't take any of the missions that are at KC because you're at Portland, right? Well, I could also go down here to this thing at the bottom that says transfer pilot and then put KC back in again and hit pay, which would pay $180 to like bus or fly my pilot back to Seattle Tacoma, but my plane wouldn't be there. It's still in Portland, right? So I'd be sitting here with no missions available, and I'd have to buy a plane or I'd have to pay to go back to Portland Airport, right?
I think we figured out that we can also transfer the plane at some point.
Right, we could also pay to have the plane moved. So if we go over to hangar, these are the planes that I own. And
we could change the tail number, I think.
We can change the tail number. Well, that's valid. Okay, all right. I've been meaning to do that. Okay. All right, tail number changed to 69420. I don't know if that's going to reflect in-game automatically. Oh, no, they've been working on this for years. This is a very complex... This thing has... it's in major release 4, I think, and we're only on version 3. Oh, wow, really?
This is the one I downloaded from the website.
Yeah,
I think
guess
maybe
4 is still a beta.
It's probably beta for the paid. And honestly, if you get a lot out of this, you should probably pay for it.
Yeah, I kind of dig this, so we probably will pay for it. Because, yeah, it's entirely free. but you can buy mods for it, and you can just pay to support them. So anyway, if I'm here in the hangar, this says that the only plane I have is this Skyhawk G1000. It's in KC. Again, I can just fill my tank up, and I can fill up my fuel tank in game. It can't do anything about it, but it will say like, okay, you don't actually have that amount of fuel. You're cheating, right? So anything you change in game that desyncs with this, I haven't checked, I haven't tested this, but I assume that it's a disqualification for the mission. So it really is. It's very much you're playing pretend. You're LARPing this career mode, and it's just set up. Pardon me. You're LARPing this career mode, and it just has the thinnest veneer of connection, but it works remarkably well once you figured out exactly. It's Euro Truck Simulator. It is because that's what you do. You go to mission, you take a mission, and the missions are passengers, cargo, advertising. We have to pick up a banner and then pull it over a particular area. There's VIP deliveries. You get at higher ranks because yes, there's an experience system. I am currently like a cadet, but when you upgrade to better ranks, you can then fly more important missions. There's a thing called an emergency mission. They're the best paying missions you can get right now at the outset. They're like, well, if you look at the pay here, if I just take an advertising mission, I basically just pick up a banner, fly it around for a bit, and land. That pays about $670.
You should do that one.
And if you fly back and forth and do a couple loops, it'll just keep giving you that money. But if you look at the price of planes, if I wanted to buy a Baron G58, which I think is a dual prop, I want to say, not a remarkable plane, that's $730,000, right? So I'd have to fly hundreds of those missions to afford one of those. But if we get down to the other ones here, for instance, this is a passenger transport going from Seattle, Tacoma to some nowhere out past Rainier, Mount Rainier, and that'll pay $4,000. And then if we get down a little bit further into, these are parachuters. So we have to fly them to the drop zone. I might take one of these. I've never tried one of these. This just pays out a flat $5,000. And then these are mail delivery, where you have to hit it by a particular deadline. So it's not very far. It's only, in this case, only 22 miles. Maybe I'll take one of those. But that pays out $2,000 because there's a deadline. And then when we get down here, these are emergency. So the idea here is this is basically a bush pilot mission. This is just for Flight Sim 2020. So I don't think they made it for anything else, but I didn't check. Anyway, if you take an emergency mission, it's basically a bush pilot mission where you take off from an airport and you fly to the middle of nowhere where someone's like crashed a plane or whatever, and you have to land arbitrarily somewhere within a mile and a half. But if you take a look at how difficult this is in the middle of heavy forest, right? So I don't know where I would land out here. I've tried 3 of these, and I've died every time because it's just very, very tough. I guess I'd probably have to try and hit this area out here, but it's just really, really hard. So they pay the big bucks. This pays out $10,000. This one here pays out over $10,000, $11,000. Now these are all the bush missions, though. These just go to little, nowheresville. You can then upgrade. So if you get up to like long haul missions, these, as you can see, if you fly a mission from Seattle, Tacoma to somewhere out in the Middle East, I think, you get paid over $500,000. So you can buy a new plane off of a single mission, but it's also 6,500 nautical miles, and you're looking at hours and hours of real world time. So it's pretty cool. I would never spend that amount of actual time, but given that you can put it on autopilot and leave it running in the background, or you can accelerate time and cut that down. It's still just going to cut it down from like 14 hours or 30 hours or whatever down to like, 4 hours, right? So I don't know if I would ever actually do one of those. But in between, you've got like small trips, for instance. So these ones pay considerably more. This one here is, for instance, this is a this is still a bush mission. Wow, these ones kind of suck right now.
Yeah. Do you have why don't you do a banner one, because you can show trying to get the banner on the plane.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's so frustrating. Yeah, exactly. Just at that point, if you're gonna spend 30 hours flying a virtual plane, just go get a real pilot's license, right? Because you clearly don't have a job that you need to get to. Anyway, so then yeah, all these pay out XP, and then as you level up, If you look at staff, I'm currently qualified on a single-engine piston aircraft, and then to get better planes, you actually have to qualify for them. So when you click on this, it generates a mission, and that allows you to get into that plane, fly some tests, and NeoFly just observes them to see if you hit certain checkpoints. It can't really make them in the game. You can't have waypoints in the nav system or anything, but it can observe and see whether you hit checkpoints. And the way it integrates this is kind of interesting. So let me turn off the cat cam. This thing down the lower left, this is called the NeoPad, and this is a plugin. It's the only intrusion of NeoFly into the game itself. And it's basically, this is another web page, and this is Bing Maps. It's literally Bing Maps. It's the same thing you see here on the right side. I had to get a Bing Maps API key to make this work. Because there's no way for NeoFly to program these waypoints into your in-game nav computer. So instead, it gives you this little thing that's basically talking to a web page, a web server locally on your machine, I assume. And this one will show you the waypoints and routes that it's generated. So it's very janky. But this info down here, you'll see it says awaiting connection. I haven't actually connected it to the game yet to start a mission. So this tells you your current information, and the thing is, it says distance and ETA because that's the only way to know. Normally, if you were flying a regular route, what you'd do is you'd come down here to your flight computer. You'd say direct to, and we want to go to KCT. Can you remember the airport code for Renton?
Renton. K. Nope.
No? Okay,
Nope.
that's fine. Well, let's just suppose we want to go somewhere, right? So we're going to advance to K... Is KCTL... I'm trying to remember if that's an airport or a radio station that I'm remembering.
I think that's a radio station.
But suppose we're going to Cut Bank, Montana. Okay, so we enter that in, we hit enter, enter, and now our flight computer in the plane is going to give us a distance, a bearing. This one doesn't give us an ETA. There's probably an option for that. But then if we look over here, it gives us an actual, it's a GPS-driven, oh yeah, there's our ETE. We'd have to actually take off for it to give us an estimated time. But basically, if it could program that automatically, then you could just have that information in the game. But since it can't, the only way to find out other than doing the math yourself, which even that's hard. If it's a bush mission, there's nowhere you can plot in-game, you know? So NeoPad basically provides just the thinnest connection to let you get that little extra bit of connectivity into the game, just enough to actually be able to make this work. So it's very tenuous, but it does function. So let's go ahead and fly... Let's go ahead and fly one of these advertising missions. They're real straightforward. It's finicky to get them set up, but oh, and you know what? We're going to be doing flying over Fauntleroy.
Yeah,
so
that's
I dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do that.
That's the Seafair advertising route.
Yeah. Okay. So here we're going to be taking a mission to fly out from Seattle to Tacoma, and then carry a banner over Alki, which is definitely going to be advertising some sort of goddamn tech startup bullshit. But we're going to go ahead and
theoretically,
fly.
we should be able to see the banner once we pick it up.
Yeah, but it didn't work last time.
Yeah, but we restarted everything, so maybe it works now.
Okay, we'll see. That's a good point, Daniel Morsing. That's a very good point. Yeah, a real pilot could just decide not to go the right place either. All right, so anyway, now we're in flight mode. So we're about to take a mission, and now we have to connect and fly, and you'll see all this stuff lights up.
Advertising mission today. Take off, then come back to hook the banner. The banner is located at the exact airport dot on the map.
So NeoFly includes, again, just the thinnest veneer necessary to make this all work. It includes a bunch of custom ATC announcements. So that's not the normal air traffic controller voice that would be in the game. That's a co-pilot voice. And so again, there's very little they can do to influence what happens in the game, but one thing they can do is they can play wave files over the in-game radio. It's not real voice acting, I'm sure of it. I'm positive they went through just a synthesized voice app. There's plenty of those available. Anyway, but if you look at the if you see all these... Oh, my mouse cursor's back. Why is it working now?
Probably because it's the primary window.
It was before. I don't get it. Anyway, but you'll notice that this guy up here shows us that it's getting like heartbeat signals from the game, so it's connected to it via the like socket API, and then it says I'm in the right aircraft, I'm at the right airport, my engine's on, my parking brake is set, I'm qualified, I have the right payload. If it's a cargo mission, you have to go into your payload menu, payload and fuel, and manually set the payload, and then it'll say, okay, you've calculated everything correctly. And then PAX is whether your passengers are on board, which again is completely synthesized. You just have to wait till the thing plays some sound effects. So anyway, we're ready to fly, and it's got this little log here that says this is the mission, waiting for parking brakes, waiting for takeoff, and then when I take off, you'll see it actually, you'll hear it actually acknowledge it. All right, so we're just about ready.
You should clear your route. So
I don't know how to clear my route. Is the thing. Every time I set one of these damn things,
set your destination to nothing.
Like, can I?
What's that clear button?
Well, that I've never been able to get that to do
Okay.
anything. Yeah. So we can we?
If you press home. Oh wait, no, that's for activities.
Yeah. So that activates. Oh, you know what? It does actually do something, because look, that was a Direct to logo, and now it's just a Point to logo. So maybe it did something, but yeah, I don't really know. Oh, there we go. Cancel Direct to. And then clear vertical constraints. But yeah, I don't think there's any way to actually clear that per se. So yeah, kind of irritating, but we'll be okay. I know not to follow it. So anyway, we started up. Pardon me. All right, so let's check our controls. Ooh, always get lag looking out the sides, and I can't. My co-pilot's supposed to get out and do this part for me. So there's our ailerons, elevators, flaps. Let's check our dashboard here. Yep, that's working. All right, so we'll set the takeoff configuration.
I thought takeoff was all the way up.
No, that's for landing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, takeoff is the first position. Let's set our trim. Okay, that's zeroed. Okay, let's go inside. Okay, that's all where it should be, and let's go ahead and throttle up. I don't have rudder pedals yet, so I just have a very hinky. I've got just a left-right switch on my yoke that I use for ruddering. It's very rough. I just have to tap it. Whoa! Now
Wind?
Yeah, I think either wind or maybe I tapped the rudder a little too
Okay,
long.
now fly close over the banner to hook it.
All
So
right.
now we gotta find the banner.
So the way this works is, the one thing the game is capable of doing is putting an object in the world. And those objects can have scripts associated with them. So there is a banner that has spawned on the runway below me. And I have to take off, come around, and then come back and basically do it like a touch and go to pick up that banner. So let's go ahead, lower the engines a little bit. This is, of course, terribly dangerous because it's not integrating with the in-game ATC or anything to ensure that this goes well.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Lorraine, I am trying to sink, sir. I may not have. I probably needed to give it a wider circle before I.
I think it's right here, so.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's the exact runway I took off from. So.
You see the van?
I don't see the van, which means it might actually be. You know what? The van might be behind. There's a blue van that spawns, and
Is that
oh
it?
my God!
That's
wait.
it?
No. How can it be out
No,
there?
that's not it.
No, it is it. That's the blue van.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
right.
bugged out. Uh-oh. All right, well, that didn't go as intended. So let's come around and come in between the two. Now, Sarah is just having a time.
Well, line up first and we'll get cat cam on later.
Well, I turned it on anyway. It's also a UCAM.
Yeah, it's mostly well, cat cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there just some garbage down there? Is there a dump? Or is that a parking lot?
I think that's a parking lot.
Same thing.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh. There's the city. Sarah is yelling. I saw somebody the other day who was like, you know, it is a terrible lie to post a picture of a cat yawning and say that they are screaming. And I'm like, okay, that's all well and good, but sometimes cats do just scream all the time. Sarah is one of them. Okay, now is it between these two?
I think so.
I think. Is that the van there? Or is it to the right? I feel like it should be to the right. Unless the whole thing was a bug and it's actually, where the hell? There it is. Yep, it's over to the right. Oh,
Sink.
It's not wing
Don't
strike
sink.
here. I'm trying not to. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Got it.
Oh, we got it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I didn't actually expect to hit it.
Nice one. You now have the banner hooked. Fly to the first waypoint.
Which is that away.
Okay, trim up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are we pulling up so much?
Flaps.
Oh, no, it's because I was accidentally leaning on my trim control.
Oh, okay.
Michael Crichton's airframe. Now, why is this not tracking us?
Because, yeah, you need to press that button.
There we go. We are having some real problems. I messed up the trim super bad, so I'm trying to correct that. I could have bound
Are
a
your flaps up?
button on the... yeah, they are. As you can see right there.
I can't see from there, actually.
Sorry, I'm...
The viewing angle on the stream deck is actually not all that good.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Okay, there we go. I think I got the trim worked out. All right. Anyway, so as I was describing, you'll notice that on my there's no waypoint in game. There's no bug on my navigation display. Nothing like that.
Go to external view and see if you can see the banner. Nope. I'll have to figure out why that's the case.
Yeah, we're supposed to be able to see the banner, but for some reason it's not working. It's not loading the model. But anyway, if you look at the Neopad down there, you can see that blue line, which is a direct line from the airport I took off from to the destination I need to go to. And then from there, there'll be another waypoint that I have to go to, and then I can loop back and forth between them. So yeah, this is pretty much, this is it. This is the game so far. So we should be there in a minute. Now I happen to know this area, so I know where I'm navigating, so I don't need to be on course here. We're heading pretty much straight for it. Hey there, Joe.
For advertising mission.
T.S. Salak, if you're thinking of getting flight sim, get a yoke, not a stick. It's a lot better flying with a yoke. Just feels more right, among other things. It's nice to pull back instead of just tilting back.
I think the only plane that has the banner graphic is the Bagula C-152.
Frequency change, inexplicably positive, approved. I don't have quite enough. We need to get rudder pedals so that I can...
For miles southwest of Boeing 2,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Transitioning the hell out of that Bravo airspace.
X-ray Golf, Sierra, Alpha Seattle approach. Squawk 7716.
Well, I'm using the Cytec/Logitech G flight yoke system, which is fairly popular, as I understand it, and it can be expanded. Yeah, I see.
West of Boeing 2,700 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Come on, ATC, shut up.
We can lower the volume of that if you like.
Airspace Cessna Golf Sierra
I
Alpha.
might. Anyway, so this yoke is pretty decent. It has a fair number of controls on it. You know, I've got a number of toggle switches up here that are really useful for binding to various things. God, the ATC will not shut up. Just finish. Finish already. Come on. Christ. Every time I think they're done. I can bind a button down there to mute them, but I would never remember to turn it back on. Come on, shut up. I'm trying to talk about planes here.
Why don't you just go ahead and pause the game and disable it?
Because if I pause it, everything will get desynced. I don't trust that.
Well, not active pause, just the system pause.
Anyway, we're going to get a whole bunch more ATC chatter because we're about to hit the waypoint. So I'll just have to wait, and then I can talk to you about the yoke. So again, see, there's nothing in the game world, but we're about to hit it on Neopad. So we're getting prop torque steer. I can't remember what it's called in planes.
Okay, transporter, you reached the waypoint 1. Go to the waypoint 2.
This is, of course, it goes without saying, I think, that this plug-in, the NeoFly thing, is very European. Nobody
It's
in
French.
Yeah, French specifically. Nobody in the U.S. has the time to make something like this. Our social safety net's not nearly good enough for someone to waste this much time. But as a result, the English has a lot of unnecessary articles. Go to the waypoint. Go to the parking.
At 2,500 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha have the generic in sight.
It's because there's a lot of planes around us.
Climb
Yeah.
and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via a gain transition. Cleared to a gain Alaska 529er. Seattle approach Alaska 25 is missed approach at Seattle.
What are you trying to do?
25, you are
Well,
1 mile northwest. Climb and maintain
all right,
5
yeah, we're going to do this. This is fine. I just want to go in and figure out how do I mute the damn ATC so I can bind it to a button. Let's see. Oh, right, we have to. There we go. Hello, sir. I think it's just, I don't think it's literally ATC. I think it's a radio option.
Yeah.
I've never been 100% clear.
And
on
also, there might
how
not
that
be a button for muting it. You might just have to go into the menu.
works.
And
No,
since we
there
have
is.
auto respond turned on, we don't necessarily need to listen to it, except if we're being told to like ascend, but we never listen to that anyway.
Well, I mean, I'd like to, but okay. Com radio, switch to standby. Do we just have a button here for like quick mute? Please, God.
No.
That's 80. That's auto direction finder. Don't remember what the DME is. Altimeter. That's the nav. So I could try shift control N and U to see if we can get off the. Oh wait, toggle speaker. Wait, could it be that simple?
Might be.
Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via a gain transition.
It was not that simple.
That's probably for that.
Yeah.
North of Seattle. Contact Seattle Tower on 119.9 when inbound. Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha traffic is 4 o'clock, 4 miles.
No,
at
that doesn't do it.
4,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Oh,
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha have the traffic.
I think this will do it.
Climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
Nope.
Expect
Nope.
ILS runway 16 right approach via
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
gain Alaska 25.
Okay.
So it's calm volume.
119er.
All right.
Niner Alaska 529er.
So then why don't these?
You are 8 miles north of Seattle. Contact Seattle Tower on 119.
Oh, because I can't deselect COM 1. It won't let me. That's the problem. Oh, there we go.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha have the traffic.
Okay, let's see.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha traffic in sight.
Tower on.
There we go. That does it. Oh, if I pick COM 2, Mike, it switches us over to the second radio.
Cool.
Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Wow.
So like, oh, you're veering off course here.
No, I was where that's where I thought I was. Just anyway. So what I was gonna say is the Logitech G yoke. The individual components of this thing are around $150 each. The base component, I think it's like 200-ish, like 180, 200, something like that, for the yoke, and the throttle module might be a little bit more. And that's all I have right now. You don't really need anything else. The throttle module is, it's got 3 levers, so for your gas, your prop, and your mixture, which is important for prop planes. And then it has 6 switches on it, which is extremely handy. I've got my gear, my flaps, camera toggle are all over there.
Okay, you reached the waypoint 2. You can fly to waypoint 1 again to earn more, or come back to the airport. Don't forget to release the banner with Control W before landing.
Yeah, the last time we forgot to drop the drop.
But I
the
don't think we
banner.
got penalized for it.
I don't think we did, but we're still gonna try and do it because we're LARPing here. We're LARPing. Anyway, the actual yoke itself has a ton of controls on it. So we've got 2 sets of 2-direction switches on this side. One which are supposed to be for your trims, because trim is really critical in planes. You really have to adjust trim all the time, apparently. And I rebound my left-right trim to rudder because I didn't buy the rudder pedals, so I need to spend about $150 to get the rudder pedals, and then I'll be able to get these back for the left-right trim control. But I do have the up-down trim. I've got my brakes on here. And then on the other side, I've got a button assigned to look at the closest airport, basically, which is really helpful when you're struggling to find the place you're supposed to land. Obviously, got the POV hat, and then I've got another up-down switch over here that I use to reset my camera or to move it to the upper position. So that's really useful when you're trying to get a look at where the hell you're trying to land. And then, so that's everything on the base controller itself, but it's more than enough switches for basic stuff. Yeah, the honeycomb. I've heard that name, Bravo and Alpha. I'm just going to go ahead and assume, because the way this stuff works is it's much like with the way this stuff works is the same as racing wheels or espresso machines. There's one model for $200, and then if you buy any of the ones for $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,100, you're a dumbass, and everyone will make fun of you because the next one that's worth buying that isn't just a waste of your money is about $1,400. So I'm guessing that the honeycomb is at least 3 times the price of this thing. Probably much nicer, but also 3 times the price.
Clipping just a little bit, so I'm gonna.
Am I clipping?
I just saw it come up
okay.
a couple times.
Yeah,
So.
I do clip. I have the clipping nature. So anyway, can we? Well, you can barely see her, but she is there.
You just want to swing the whole contraption over?
No, I kind of like it where it is. So this is that alternate angle. We are 5 minutes out.
You're gonna hit the first waypoint again for an extra bonus.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed. Speaking of headings,
You should be able to set it to KC at some point.
yeah, that's true too. I was mostly thinking that autopilot. Okay, why are we descending about? Or was that just the autopilot?
Well, you what did you set the oh, you're over
Oh,
speeding.
I
as
know
well.
why. I know why. Whoops. Because I had my intended altitude set, and it's set to 0.
And you're 5,300 up.
Yeah, we want to be ding, ding, ding. Let's go ahead and set that there. Autopilot on. No, why are you descending? What the dick? What is is going on here? Why are we overspeeding again? Oh, because of the plummet. Okay, I see what happened. I see what happened.
She's playing with her tail.
Okay.
Okay, transporter, you reached the waypoint 1. Go to
Oh.
the waypoint 2.
Bravo and Alpha are 280 each. And the throttle has 6 axes. Can you look that up? Honeycomb Alpha and Honeycomb Bravo? Brava? Oh, alright, so, we actually...
Oh, it's these, yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I almost got one of those at one point. Alright, so we can actually return to KC here. So let's go ahead, go back here and...
Yeah, the Bravo quad. This guy is a bit more beefed than that. The levers and all that. So this would be more appropriate if you wanted to fly planes with multiple
God, this is
engines,
so
etc.
tedious. This is so tedious. And there's no better way to do it. There's no shortcuts for any of this crap.
Doesn't autocomplete.
Nope. Well, it auto-completes, but there's just a lot of airports, so... Alright, so there's KC. Activate. Alright. Now, in theory, what we can do, and we're now way off course, we can just do nav mode. And autopilot should now take us right there. Yeah, we're over Vashon right now. Whoopsie. Oh, that's right. I should make sure...
What are you doing, Sarah? See if you can get the...
Hey, everyone, look. It's Sarah. Three-minute ETA, so we can... There's Sarah. Hello. She sounds so sad. Always. So sad. Yeah, the controls in here are way harder than they need to be. And the thing is, if you fly real planes and not silly Cessnas, if you fly anything with a jet engine or even a twin prop, you're going to get a keypad and you can just type things in. It's so much easier. And that was my first experience with the autopilot in this, and so I was under the impression that you know what? Actually, we should put this on approach mode.
Yeah, because I think we are on approach.
Yeah, we are. All right, so that's on. So theoretically, this should find the airport landing. Are we paused?
No.
No, we're moving. Okay. Anyway, but thank you, Sarah. She's pressing buttons. So we are flying. Wait, that's an airbase, or that's an airport. What are we flying over?
That's the King County.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's all the way up there.
Pretty sure.
No, that's Burien.
That's 90 right there, right?
No, that's 509, and this is Burien. What airport is down there?
Huh.
I have no idea. Edmund Rose Seahurst Park.
What does it say on nav?
It doesn't. Am I losing my mind?
Oh, that's 518.
Well, 518, 509, yeah.
But so that's KC. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, that is KC. Oh, okay. No, that's where we're landing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man, I have such a hard time relating
Geography.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, IRL, dialing that in would not have taken me nearly that long. The approach navigation is not working the way I thought it did. So that's a bit of a problem.
Should probably put a manual and prepare to circle
I'm just
around.
Go ahead and kill the autopilot and land myself. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Cockpit interaction system. Yeah. Let's go to. Did you say Oh, you said accessibility, not assistance. Cockpit interaction system. Oh. What the hell?
That makes sense.
Okay, and so they're saying that the legacy mode is easier to work with.
Okay.
So I'll take a look at it. Oh, there we go. It's got the ding. Oh, so this gets rid of the whole thing where it tells you what buttons do what. Oh,
Don't forget to press Control
All right.
W before you land.
Can you go ahead and do that? Can you,
Press it. I think we've just dropped the banner over the airport.
which is good. Yeah. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and lose some altitude here. I am absolutely horrible at landing. Like, I haven't crashed a plane while landing in quite some time, except when we were doing the bush missions. But I'm just saying, like, they're really... I don't have a really good understanding of how you're supposed to land planes. Apparently, it's, like, far more violent than, to me, than I would have ever expected. You know, to me, you need to have like several miles of glide slope before you land. But I guess maybe that's mostly just an airliner thing, and with smaller planes, it's not uncommon to just make like these really sharp, short, 90-degree turns right before landing. And so I'm making like airliner grade flight path here, when apparently I could have just like spun around right where I was. Except I do have to lose all this altitude, and I'm also really bad at that. Just terrible at it. I'm such a coward about it. I'm like, look, I've got to lose 3,000 feet, and what always happens is I look up and I've just regained it all, and I don't know how it happened.
Sarah.
Sarah. Her tail is in the way.
Careful. She's back over here.
She's back. That's Sarah. Well, she's yelling directly at you.
Looks like your navigation cleared. I don't see the lines on.
Look at this. I have no idea what runway we were cleared for.
I don't think that Neofly cares necessarily.
Neofly doesn't care, no. But I'm just saying. This is the thing I've never been good at understanding how to know which runway you're supposed to land on. Do not like the angle or the speed or anything about how we're coming in.
You're fine.
I wouldn't say I'm fine, especially if Sarah lays on some controls. Like, we'll probably land the plane here safely, but...
oh, no, that was... Okay.
I'm probably supposed to have been on that smaller runway, honestly, which is actually what I was lined up for earlier. She's just shouting. I don't know if NVIDIA noise removal has
cat filters?
It might be filtering her out at that distance. I'm not sure. Oh, we're getting LOD'd.
Come here, you. Birds!
We just hit some birds.
You just hit some birds. I forgot we purchased that mod.
I did not, and I was waiting for it to show up.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the next parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
So it expects you to go park, but the thing is,
I hope this will bring more customer back to Neofly.
it expects you to go to the parking, but you don't actually have to. Oh, I've been promoted.
Wow.
Wow. You don't actually have to... oh, hang on. There we go. That ended the mission. It doesn't actually check whether you've gone to the parking area, and we have to take off again from here anyway, so... Oh, thank you, boy. You land into the wind. Oh, that works. Yeah, and that's right. And isn't it like runway 12 means it's at heading 120 or something like that? Isn't it basically just a degree measurement without the zero? Hello, Nadia. Yes, Joe. There is a bird strike mod. It adds flocks of birds. There's various different types. They have LOD models, and they are intended to make you occasionally hit a bird and blow out an engine. It's straight up what they're for. Okay, and I'm glad to hear that you can hear Sarah. It's an important part of the stream experience that I wanted to ensure was captured. All right. Anyway, so having completed that, we didn't make a whole lot off that. We only went up 13,000.
Let's see what your promotion gets you.
Yeah. What did it get me? So I am now a second officer, and I believe that qualifies me for the pilot market. We can buy pilots.
I think maybe as like a
with
co-pilot or
wages.
something.
Oh
Or...
wait, so this is an airline or a air travel company management simulator.
My God,
You could actually hire people.
God,
it's very good. You can actually hire these pilots, and I assume you can then fly as them. I'm guessing. So
no, my guess is that you can actually send them on like this. You could probably hire them, maybe have them as your co-pilots, maybe send them on their own missions for money. That's my guess.
Maybe. I'd have to look into it. Yeah, I'm real curious now. So yeah, there's a lot of depth to this thing. Really? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because landing is like, to me, every time I have seen landing depicted, it's always from the point of view of a large plane, and they always have these very long glide slopes, so they're just coming down and down and down and down and down forever. So to me, that makes a lot of sense because you've got just eons and eons to think about what's going on, to see if something's going wrong. You've got time. You're on a straight course, so if you realize you need to abort and go around, you can just smash the throttle and pull up, and that's that, right? But the idea of doing these super tight turns at the last second to pull in, it's like if anything goes wrong, you're screwed. And yeah, I mean, it happens like both taking off and landing. It seems like an awful lot of aviation accidents, even major ones, seem to happen during those very tight turns. And GA, private aviation,
Sarah.
Little prop planes and whatnot, you don't hear nearly so much about as airliners and cargo planes and stuff like that. And so I'm sure it's far more common there. But yeah, it just seems. Anyway, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to go for a slightly longer one, which we're going to use time acceleration for. Wow, Sonic, what'd you do when you were in time prison? Now we've got cargo missions. Oh, okay. Since we ranked up, we are now able to take a sensitive cargo mission, and we have to touch down with a vertical speed less than 200 feet per minute. I assume otherwise we basically lose everything on it, but you see this pays considerably more.
I would take one of the basic ones first.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a basic. Well, but if I'm going to be putting some time into it anyway, how far are these? 200 miles?
Well, it's just I would hate for you to put in that time and then not nail the landing, which you just admitted was your weak spot.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And not get the payout.
Man, all of these medic missions look so hard. All right, let's go for a longer haul mission. So we're going to about Tillamook. Yeah, we're going to Tillamook. And we'll get 12 grand. All right, so let's look at how a cargo mission works. Yeah, like spatial disorientation sucks. Like the first time that I ever saw what the view from an airliner looked like, I just thought, what? What? How? How are you ever going to fly like that? You can't see anything. What's the windshield even for? I honestly still wonder. Like VFR in a Cessna makes some sense to me. VFR in a business jet makes some sense to me. But VFR in an airliner, I don't get it. Like it's like the windows in a hot rod that are just like up here, you know. You're like, wait, what good is that? It seems like in these big planes, your dashboard comes up to here. What the hell are you going to see from there that's going to help you? Just bizarre to me. And I'm sure it's different if you're actually there. But like the depictions of it just look baffling. Anyway, all right, so we're going to go ahead and take this mission. Oh, and by the way, you can't see the menu here, but I think this does support multiplayer after a fashion, which I think is just as janky and just as fake. Is that okay? Is that what it is? The airliners just pretty much don't do VFR, because that would actually be very, it would be very validating to know, because I don't see how they could. And honestly, anybody who's at that level anybody who's at the the experience level to fly an airliner probably ought to be very good with IFR anyway, and not even need the VFR, especially given that for most of your larger flights, you're going to be dealing with clouds and flying above them, and inclement weather and stuff like that. So I figure, why bother with the VFR? You're going to be able to use it, once in a blue moon. Anyway, what?
So I was going to point this out. You now have this thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you do hire a pilot, you could and have it as a spare plane, you could probably
Plane
have them
and crew to fly.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So if we hired a pilot, we'd have to have a plane first. That's why you can buy all these cheap planes, even though they're not going to be an upgrade. So basically, what we want to do, I suspect,
This is like Drug Wars for Flight Sim.
I strongly suspect that even when we pick those pilots, we have to do the flying. I don't think it's automatic. We should read the manual before committing to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can also rent a plane if you don't have an appropriate plane. So I could actually hire a pilot with a better qualification than me. Then I could go to the aircraft market and rent a plane for them to fly, if the numbers made sense. So like I said, they go pretty deep. This NeoFly thing goes pretty deep. It's funny because it's so loosely tied into the game itself that they essentially aren't. It's like making a game with no game mechanics, only business rules, right? It's essentially, I'm playing a spreadsheet. It's just a spreadsheet that knows about 8 or 9 events in the game and very little else. And from that, you're able to synthesize a career mode. It's cool. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to take this one. And let's go ahead and connect and fly. All right, so you'll see here that it says current payload is 340, and we should be at 526, and there's 186 missing. So all we have to do is come in here, and we're going to add from the fuel and payload screen, we're going to add 186.
Transporter from dispatch. I see you asked for a cargo mission. The ground crew is waiting you on the parking to load the crates.
You gotta go to the parking.
You don't actually have to go there.
Transporter form dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
I forgot.
It injects fake cargo loading noises, even though, nothing is happening. Oh, we're still in landing configuration. I wish our frame rate was higher. We're running at a solid 30.
If you want to put it to high, that's probably fine, but don't sit and mess with
Transporter from
all the...
dispatch.
No, I'm not
Cargo
going
is on
to.
board. You
I'm
are
just
cleared to
saying.
taxi to the runway and take off.
Oh, we're still on DX. Wait,
No,
that's where we wanted to be,
Yeah,
right?
that's where we want it to be.
I'm going to pick an in-between setting here. We're only getting maybe 30 FPS. I would love to see that number go up.
I mean, that's kind of what you get in this game.
No, we were getting better numbers before. I mean, look, come on. We've been doing better than this. Come on. I know you can do better than this. This is ridiculous. It's actually been impacting my ability to fly. Okay, so is it just the looking around that's slow?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll try one like this. The P-Touch label that says "Do not touch screens" is because otherwise people are going to get in this plane and go, oh, it's a touchscreen. Buh. Well, Boy is saying that DX11 is a lot smoother when
Yeah, but
looking
last
around.
time we tried DX11, none of the extruded stuff looked good, and
Well, that's just because we had everything set down really low.
no.
I mean, it shouldn't make...
We,
none of that
we
stuff
cranked
should
it
matter.
high, and it was still...
I don't remember that. Anyway,
What you might want to do is actually turn off motion blur.
let's see if that makes a difference.
I think it's all the way down at the bottom, yeah.
Nope.
Still looks better.
About that. All right, well, I don't have time to mess with it right now. Anyway, let me think for a second. Where are we going? We actually have an airport destination this time. So let's go ahead and look at our flight plan here. We're going to KTMK. All right, so let's get in here and set our destination. But yeah, the thing that sucks about all of this is that they have not implemented key binds. So it is impossible to bind controls on your stick or your keyboard to any of these inputs, even though they're in most, I don't know about most, but at least several planes. They're not unique to a plane or anything. So why you can't bind them, I don't know, and it's really frustrating. I actually think, what the hell is going on here? I think I actually prefer the other method of input. All right, Tillamook, Oregon. Hit enter before we screw it up again. And I'm going to go back in and change this back to the other mode. I was going to check for something else in here, which was what? Menu tooltips. Instrument name. There we go. We can set these to delayed. That's what I wanted. All right. And then is there anything else?
Is there a size?
Doesn't seem to be a size option.
It's the
for it.
interface scale, probably, but...
I am curious what that looks like, so... Oh, okay, that does all that. I'm alright with that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that seems a little more tolerable. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll go with that.
Neopad, updated with some stuff.
Oh, I put that over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's another tab. Alright, so we're ready to go. Multiplayer mode. Oh yeah, you can also have it pull live weather, which is weird because the game does that. Maybe it just can't extract it for some reason. Anyway, so 136 miles, so we're going to have to accelerate in order to get this done within, within the length of this stream. So we've got our altitude set to, let's go 5,000 feet. Our climb rate to 600, and our heading is going to be. We don't have a heading. Oh no, that's right. That's right. We've got it set in the navigation system. So we'll just go ahead and use nav mode once we take off, and let it follow. Let's see. Turn that on. Turn altitude hold mode off, and then turn on vertical speed mode. Okay, so we got all that armed. All right. Let's go ahead and fly a plane.
What's your fuel level?
It auto fuels. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have rudder pedals yet, so my ruddering on the ground is really crappy. My steering is just miserable. Flaps at 33. Rotation. Whoa. There we go.
Transporter, good flight.
Okay, flaps up. I believe the purple tells us, okay, yeah, because I set my vertical speed. I believe the purple line tells us what slope will accomplish the desired climb speed. We can confirm that. Yep, if I adjust the VS, that moves. So we're actually climbing a little too fast right now. That's okay, though. I'm fine with that. I don't really have a good handle on how fast VS is supposed to be.
Should start turning.
So. Yeah, I'm not listening to ATC. I'm not. Yeah, there's a rocker. I'm using the rocker for the rudder. But yeah, I'm not listening to ATC, and I'm not looking at where my altitude is supposed to be. I'm not a very good simulator. I think we are.
Overspeed? No.
No, that's not speed. That's something else. Is that the collision warning? I don't see any planes around. I do not know what that warning means.
It's not the autopilot.
Yep, autopilot's off. And it's gone now. So yeah, I have no idea. God, I'm such a coward in my banks. Come on. Come around. I don't know why. I'm just afraid to do a hard bank. Whoa. Oh, that was rough. Jeez. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn the autopilot on. Right. And now we're climbing. Actually, let's accelerate that climb a little bit. Okay. Hello, Rachel. Sorry. Forgot.
Beverages?
ILS. Oh, okay. Huh?
Beverage?
Do we have beverages?
You got a 12-pack of diet.
Yeah, it's caffeinated, though.
That's true.
Oh, you know what? You grab me a bubble tea.
I'll grab you a bubble tea.
Grab me a bubble tea,
I'll
and
see if we have a straw.
there are straws in the drawer back where the mixer is. You gotta dig a little bit. They'll be dusty. It'll be okay.
Might have gotten
I think they're still in there. Oh, Sarah wants to go out. That way, she can come back in later. Can we climb a little faster here? There we go. Right, so now everything's going according to plan, so we are going to go ahead and accelerate time. Because I'm sure as hell not sitting here for 130 miles. So we're now going at like 8x. Wait, why are we stalling? Oh, crap, we lost a lot of speed. Oh, because it doesn't have auto throttle. Whoopsie. Okay, gotta adjust here. More gas. Oh crap, the autopilot's still on. There we go. Just want to level out. Regain some velocity. Why are we still pulling up so much? Trim all hosed? I'm not very good at plane, as it happens. Alright, I'm gonna turn the autopilot back on. Damn, that pulled up fast. Look at that. Yeah, we're just losing all kinds of velocity. Let's lower the nose there. Oh, wait, why is the climb rate so high? What the hell did it do that for? I had it set to 500. Why did it just shoot right past it? Alright. Well, I found 600 to be a safe climb speed before in this craft. So, I'm going to accelerate here. Okay, there we go. Alright, that seems safe. Okay, we're actually gaining speed this time around. In fact, our throttle's max, so we might overspeed here when we hit the altitude. But wait a minute, why are we so far off course? Yeah, we're way off course. Did we switch out of nav mode? Is that the problem? Oh, come on. Oh, thank you. Nope, nav mode is on, so why are we so far off course? It's damn autopilot. Heading hold, nav mode on. I don't get it. I don't know why it's not. Let's slow the simulation down. mode? I don't think so. Fighting me. Oh, it is in roll mode. What does that mean? Alright, well, we're way off course here, so we're going to need to manually get back on course, and then I can worry about it. Thank you. I'm bobed. We got that taro bubble tea. Taro? Not sure.
It's Taro. Yeah.
Okay, so we take this off nav mode and just have it on altitude hold. Turn that on. Okay, yeah, it does still fight you on the steering. Wasn't super clear on that. Okay, let's accelerate here. Now we can turn on altitude hold. There we go. Okay. And now as far as heading, 19. So we would rotate that way to get there. So that's not what we want.
Course adjust now.
VOR mode. Yes, that would not surprise me. I just don't exactly know. I have not read the entire autopilot manual, so I don't exactly know what that means, unfortunately. Damn it, Joe. Alright, so let's take a look here. Yeah, I'll be fully honest. I have no idea what VOR mode means. CDI. Oh, yeah, so it is. Well, no, was I in? Because I thought I had the pink line down here. Maybe I didn't.
So now if you turn it on, will it adjust?
So now if I turn it on, okay, it's going to intersect the line and then come back on course.
Is it going to readjust, or
are we just going to
let's see where it takes us. It's not deviating too far, it looks like. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, is it supposed to, just stick on the line, or is it that...
I thought it was supposed to, but I mean, for what it's worth, oh, okay. Huh. Why is it... Oh, okay. Yeah, Nadia, it's meant to be like a complete simulation, so almost everything in here works. That's the parking brake. That's not
I
what.
hit the cat cam button real quick. Oh, nothing.
Okay.
It was in the way of this.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we are slowly getting back on course. I'm not sure why it did it that way, but it seems okay. Okay. Well, anyway, but yeah, so almost everything in here works. So, like, your static air is available, your trim. I don't think any of the breakers work for some reason. But there's your magnetos for starting. You got your instrument dimming controls, all your lights, avionics on off for your various power buses. Cabin heat. I don't know if the game actually does anything with it, or if it's just. I don't think this does anything at all.
I think it might, if you have it set wrong, it might fog up your windows.
I wonder. You can actually turn on your emergency locator beacon. To the best of my knowledge, it doesn't do anything, but you can turn it on. We have an actual operating hours indicator here. And in one of the other planes I have, the SD card can be removed from. It doesn't do anything, but you can click on it and just look at it. So, and then if you're in like a, God damn it, Rachel. If you're in like a 787 or a Concorde or something, almost every single switch actually works. Now the ELT, you're actually supposed to test the ELT periodically, just for a second or two. You know, the funny thing, modern simulation games are very cool, but this level of detail was available in 1995. You could do this in like Microsoft Flight, maybe not 95,
No,
97. I think it was 97.
I think it was closer to the 2000s before this started becoming
No.
like, super.
No, I have Microsoft Flight Simulator 97 and almost everything works.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't look as good. It's 2D. But,
My 90s flight sim experience was mostly Flight 95 from Looking Glass.
wait, wasn't that one just Fly?
No, I think they changed it to Fly later on. But it was, I think the first one was called Flight 95, and then they did like Flight 97, Flight 98 or something.
Wait, there was no Flight Sim 97? Really? I could have... What? Well, fine. I could have sworn there was a 97. Leave me
You're
alone.
thinking of Office 97 using the Excel
I'm
hidden
always,
flight sim.
always thinking about Office 97. Anyway, so yeah, you can fly these in entirely real time, but I don't have that much time in my life to burn. So we're doing it at 16x.
We got a sunset going on.
We do have a sunset going on. And as you can see, my ETA on Neopad is just plummeting. We were at 48 minutes.
Oh, you've
like a minute
increased
ago.
the acceleration, the time
Yeah.
acceleration.
So I want to actually finish this while we're on the damn stream. So it's interesting. It accelerated. We can actually see it wobbling left and right to get the I am not going to be able to land at night. It's not going to happen.
I think we'll be fine. Like you're going to an actual airport, so they'll have
yeah, it's not
runway
some
lights and all
it's not
that.
some bush landing strip. So it is actually kind of cool though to see the sun going down in real time like this. That's cute.
Well, it's not real time; it's accelerated time.
Yeah, but it's real time to us.
You want to actually pause it and see if we can get a good view of it?
Like, oh. God, why is this so slow? It wasn't this slow before. Oh, there we go.
Because of the acceleration, it's streaming in more and more map data than it normally does.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, wait, we are there now. Look at that. It's the plane is just playing "The Boys Are Back in Town" by Thin Lizzy over and over and over and over and over. Periodically, Derek of the Dominoes, Layla gets interjected there, but mostly. Wobble heads. All right, 14 minutes.
When are you gonna put it back as real time?
We'll get down to like 5 minutes probably. At this rate, days could feel like hours. Oh my God! Wait, in Atlanta, like at the international airport there, at 14? Lordy! Wow, that's terrifying. That's a pretty busy airport, isn't it? I need to go to break for just a second here. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, we are down to 10 minutes. And we can actually see, if we click on this button here, we can see where we're landing. And it looks like we're going to be taking, I'm guessing we're taking this runway here. So we are coming in on course. Down to 9 minutes.
In fact, I see it right there, so if you want to put it back
Oh.
into normal mode.
Well, no, it should be straight ahead. It should be right in front of us.
Well, there's some runway lights too, so maybe that's a freeway, and then that's... Press the button that looks towards the nearest,
Well, it looks that way, unfortunately. But no, look. There's the runway lights.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what that is over there. It could be a radio tower or something. I think we're landing on that runway right there.
They lit it up just for you.
They did. In fact, yes. Oh, man. So I don't know when we're supposed to start losing altitude, but now is as good a time as any to go down at least a little bit. 5,000 is probably a little high, and I feel like that line is directing us to the...
Overspeed.
Oh, so we are. Thank you. I always forget that descending makes the prop go faster. Descending at about... Oh, wow. You actually didn't become a pilot? Huh. Bummer. Sounds like a cool experience, though. This is interesting. Oh, you know what? No, we're not landing at that runway. We're landing at the runway going this way, because look where the heading is sending us. It's sending us up here. So it looks
Do you
like...
see it yet?
I can't see the curve yet, no, but if we have one runway this way and one runway that way, and I'm pretty sure we're landing this way, because otherwise this heading
And
would
what
be
is,
facing...
can you zoom out on the
Not
map?
easily. It's actually really... where the hell is... There we go. Map range control, lock, and then zoom. Okay, that's how we do it. Oops, that is the wrong direction. Yep, can't really get a good view of it since I'm actually flying the plane right now. So we're just going to follow the line. Now, one thing that sucks is that we cannot see the ground at all right now. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put this on, take this off nav mode, put it on altitude hold, and then where are our landing lights? They're on. Okay. Whoa, whoa, what the hell? What?
Because you have your
No,
altitude set to 5,000.
No, but I put it in altitude hold mode. That should have overridden it. Vertical speed mode is off. Why did it do that? God damn, these things are too complicated. It's still fighting me. Michael Crichton's airframe. What? Still, what the hell is going on? What?
Is there another autopilot mode active?
No, AP is off. Why are we pulling up so hard?
Trim?
We shouldn't be. Why would we weren't trimmed before I turned on the autopilot.
Maybe the autopilot adjusted it really hard.
Can it do that?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I had to adjust the trim. I just don't understand why I had to adjust. Oh, wait, so when you turn the autopilot off, you've got like a heavy trim in place? If you just cut the autopilot off?
Well, if it was ascending.
That's wild. All right, we should probably be a little lower. I did say Michael Crichton's airframe is a curse.
Yeah. I think...
I'm pretty confident we're landing at that blue airstrip there.
Yeah, okay.
Runway there. Yeah, piloting is pretty wild. I think a lot about how kind of nuts it is that people fly planes. So there's a huge hill in front of us that we would not know about if not for the GPS 3D mode. Because you see how there's lights coming out from behind it?
Mm-hmm.
So right here is the edge of a hill, and we would absolutely have hit that. But we do have terrain.
Theoretically, I think we can pull up like maps and stuff for the various airports and get like approach vectors and all that.
Yeah, totally.
That's not a plane, is it?
It is.
Okay.
That's N222YZ. But it looks like, yeah, that is the... oh, we are right above. We are right above that mountain. Just clearing it. All right. Should be safe to start descending further. Did that say 500?
Yeah, because 500 from the mountain.
Yeah. I think a lot about how flying should not be possible, and it's one of the most amazing things humans can do, and a tremendous number of people who can do it are rich assholes. Like, there's definitely some decent, decent people that are pilots, I'm sure, but there's also a tremendous number of people who are just, they're rich, so they can afford to just go buy a plane and get a pilot's license, when they're insufficiently, they don't have enough of a soul to properly appreciate it, but they still get to do it, while people who would properly appreciate it don't get to because they have to go work a job. I think about this a lot. All right, so we're coming in here. I'm not sure what our true altitude is, but I'm pretty sure that we need to lose some. So I got the flaps down. I don't know if I should necessarily.
Yep.
Yep.
There's your approach vector. So probably that blue set of runway
Yep.
lights.
That's what I'm looking at.
I suppose it's also could point you to the white ones going that way, but I don't think it necessarily matters for this particular application.
Well, I mean, assuming that one is a runway. Actually, you know what? I think the white ones are the runway.
Yeah.
And the blue ones are the taxiway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could be wrong.
Well, you should start making that turn. Okay. I think you're a little high, but
Yep, I'm a little high.
your flaps down.
Wow, shouldn't there be more lights than that?
Nah, that's all you
Flaps
need.
are down. Yep. Okay.
level.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the next parking and...
So that actually would have qualified as a soft landing for the dangerous cargo,
Yeah.
fragile cargo mission.
Transporter from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call
Someone.
you when it's done.
So if you watch the panel here in Neofly, you'll see all our lights are green. And now we hear the cargo being unloaded. And when we finish the mission, you'll see the whole board go red. Oh, another neat thing is that Neofly tracks your exact path, so you can see precisely where you actually flew. A feature that I think MSFS supports, but it's nice. It's nice that it's here, and you can actually go back and look at previous missions. So here, for instance, oh, this might not work until I'm out of this mission, actually. So let's let this finish. But basically, I can go pull up previous missions and see exactly what I did. It's cool. It just adds a little extra to the game. It's great. As soon as this is done, I got to run to the bathroom. I doubt it because this is Bing Maps. Maybe
It's
though.
to get a Bing Maps API to use this, or API key.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an option for that. Wow, they're really...
Transporter.
There we go.
Another cargo mission well done. Thanks and
So I
see
had
you soon.
13,000, and I should have about 20,000, 23,000. We're still waiting for it to finish. There we go. 25. Okay, and then... Dink! Okay, now, so it finally updated the information about my plane. So I had 148 pounds of fuel when I took off. I now have 71, but look at this. The hole is at 70, so the plane is actually taking wear and tear and needs to be maintained. So I think we have to come over here, and what do? Do we just right-click it? Yep, there we go. We've got options to repair hull, overhaul engine. We can sell the plane. We can insure it. And we can, you can't see the menu here, but there's a menu, don't worry about it. So if you're, I was talking about this earlier, that as the pilot, you can travel to a different airport by like bus or plane and leave your plane where it was, because pilots and planes are not synced. They don't have to be in the same place, which means I could hire a new pilot out of a different airport and then pay money to bring them here. Or I could send the plane, I could have the plane shipped to where the pilot is, which I'm sure costs quite a bit. But you have to actually get that part synchronized. But anyway, there's an option in here to repair the hull and another one to overhaul the engine. So let's go ahead and repair, and that's woof. That's going to cost $3,000, which is about right. Supposedly this is a $400,000 plane, so you know, seems reasonable, right? It's what, 5% of the total cost. Wow. Now, I wonder if that's simple wear and tear or if I had a hard landing in there somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and pay to repair that. Now, if we go back to the logs, we can actually take a look at the... Or we can go to flying. Here we go. Here we go. Bonus landing, okay. So maybe that wasn't a soft landing. Maybe it was just an okay one.
Come here, you.
I'm not sure. Oh, you also... So you also have to hit... You also have to hit certain like comfort goals. So if you roll too hard, if you pitch too hard, you'll actually lose a comfort bonus. Of course, I don't think I had any passengers, so I don't know that that matters in this case.
Cargo, cargo wants soft landing, so you don't destroy it on,
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Take my bubble tea. Sarah. Come here. Say hello. There we go. I'm sure you all heard that one. All right. I need to run to the bathroom. I will be back in a minute. What's up, YouTube? This is Custom Grow 420, a recreational channel for cannabis patients and adults. Yeah, so obviously I want it to be daytime again. All right, so in case anybody was not here, I just want to briefly readdress exactly what we're doing because it is super cool. Kind of silly, also super cool. So I think probably everybody knows, but still, just in case. So we're playing NeoFly, which is a bolted-on add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 that gives it a career mode, but FS 2020 doesn't really have the necessary API connections for that. It just really doesn't. You can't do this. It doesn't work, and they did it anyway. So it basically, it's like an Electron app. So you're seeing right now, this is not a window in-game. This is a separate window on my PC. It's not integrated into the game at all. And it basically, it synthesizes, it's basically its own game, and it just observes Flight Sim 2020, and it tells you, okay, set up these circumstances. It has no ability to control you or to put any constraints on the game itself. So you have to set up all the parameters for the mission, and then all it can do is observe them and see whether you did what you were supposed to do. So it says you have to be in this plane with this amount of fuel, so you have to go into the game and set that amount of fuel. You have to put in this much cargo, and you're going to have to start from this airport and fly to this place. And so it's just this exercise in distributed computing hell where you've got it's like two databases that don't sync ever unless the program in the middle manually pulls values out of one and puts them into the other. It has no ability to sync it automatically. And so I've got all these missions, and like I've got a pilot rank, and I have an amount of money and whatnot, but it's all completely synthetic. It's not connected to the game other than it looks at where my plane physically is, and it does it all by dead reckoning. So it tells me that I need to fly from Seattle Tacoma Airport because that's where my plane and my pilot currently are, and I need to land in Oregon. But I just have to get into the game, move my plane to KC because it can't do it for me. I could just pick a Concorde right now if I wanted to, huh?
You can pay for it.
Oh, right. Well, but it won't move me physically in the game, right? Yeah. So I could pick a 737 and start at, O'Hare, and what's going to happen is NeoFly is just going to say, sorry, those are the wrong, parameters, so this is not really your mission. You haven't actually done the required steps. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to go to the missions tab, and I'm going to pick myself up a mission, but these are all, so I was at KC earlier, and there were missions at KC, but I'm not there anymore, so I can't take them, right? Since I landed here, I have to leave from here, and it wouldn't make sense to go all the way home, which is going to be a 4-hour flight or whatever, 1-hour flight or whatever. It wouldn't make sense to go all the way home just to pick up a mission. That's not what truckers do. We're going to pick up a mission that's here at Portland, Tillamook. Pardon me. Oh, hey Vince, thanks for joining. So because we're here in Tillamook, we're just going to find something we can do. Maybe, hopefully, one that puts us back up in the Seattle area. And that's why when we actually take a mission, it goes to this flying interface, and we have to hit all these. These all have to go green before it'll let us begin the mission. We have to be connected to Flight Simulator. Right now, it's disconnected. It doesn't know what's going on in the game. So when I hit connect, it's going to go, okay, are you at the right airport? Are you in the right kind of plane? Is your engine on? Is your parking brake set? Because it uses those things to find out whether I'm ready to take off, whether it should load cargo, etc. Are you qualified for this plane? Have you loaded up the right cargo? And have you taken on your passengers? It is like a board game. Exactly. I described it yesterday as we're just playing Dungeons and Dragons in FS 2020. It's like you're flying around in a real plane, and you're playing make-believe that you're a cargo airline. And it works. It works really well. And once you understand how disconnected it is. It took me probably 3 hours yesterday before I finally clicked and understood where the delineation was. And once that happens, then you know all the things you're going to need to do versus the things it can do for you. Because there's a small amount, there's a tiny bit of in-game stuff it could do. It can spawn certain objects, it could give them scripts, and it can adjust your fuel and like one or two other things at most. And then in game, we've got this thing here called Neopad, which is just a web view, as far as I can tell, of the map from NeoFly. And this thing here shows us our navigation because it's incapable of giving that navigation to the in-game GPS. So if we're being sent to some bush mission to land on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere, there's no way for it to, you can't program that into your computer. Well, you might be able to give it lat long, but it's going to be super tedious. So instead, Neopad traces it for you on Bing Maps. I had to get a Bing Maps developer key to make this all work. So this is actually tracing it in the real world, and then as you fly around in the game, it just reads the position of your plane and then plots it onto the Bing map. And from there finds out whether you've done the objective or not, and that's it. Yeah, so it's basically what it's using is essentially the dashboard interface. It's like when you buy the like more complete flight simulator setup, you'll have all these gauges and meters and like a GPS display and whatnot. It's using the API that exists to support those in order to make essentially a living spreadsheet. It's like an Excel spreadsheet that knows what we're doing in the game and creates a virtual business around it. It's really when I saw it, my first thought was, oh, that's the jankiest thing I've ever seen, and my second thought was, let's go gamers, come on, this rocks. I mean, because what are you gonna do? Take your ball and go home? You gonna make your own flight simulator? Get out of here. FS 2020 is the first new flight sim in 10 plus years because these are really hard and really expensive to make, and you have to get licenses from Boeing and Cessna and Lear and all these other companies. You have to get all sorts of permits. You've got to get tons of USGIS data. It's impossible. You're never going to replicate this. And all the other sims on the market are decades old. X-Plane is from 2003 and has not been noticeably changed since it was created. So you can either do it this way or not at all. Those are your two options. If FS 2020 doesn't have a career mode, and if it doesn't expose the necessary tools to let you build it properly, you're just going to have to build it poorly. And so, yeah, sure enough, this is a miserable way to do things. It is really inconvenient. And after you adapt to it, it's no different than playing D&D or you know, a trading card game or something. You know that the monsters aren't really hitting each other. You know they're just numbers, and you're writing on a piece of paper and dice that you're rolling. But hey, you know what? It's good enough. You know, it's more than good enough, and it's free. You can get it for free if you have FS 2020. There's add-ons that cost money, but NeoFly itself, the basic functionality I've been showing you, that's free. So, hell yeah, right? Yeah, Flight Sim 2020, as much of an accomplishment as it is sort of notorious at this point, and pretty much as soon as it was released, for being a little underwhelming in certain aspects. There's all sorts of things that are not implemented here that are wild, just wild things to leave out. Yeah, X-Plane is not bad, but it is simplistic. And it has never really changed. It still, to my eyes, looks pretty much the same way it did when I first saw it. So my point is, if X-Plane doesn't do what you want, your only other real option is FS 2020 because no one else is making these. This is a dead market except for these like two tent poles. You know, it was FSX for over a decade. So anyway, all right, let's fly another mission. I think I took one.
No, you didn't.
I didn't actually take one? Damnation. So let's go to the mission. So we're up to $22,000. I'd really like to make some more. Let's take a look at what short haul options we have from here. So some of these, what are these? These are cargo missions. Wow, these pay really well.
How much cargo is it?
Oh, but there we go. The distance is
Yeah.
800. I was reading the heading instead of the distance. So yeah, we're looking at all the way over to North Dakota. And the thing is, even in the real world, that's even at 16x, that's going to take a long, long time. Let me do some envelope math here. This thing travels at roughly 120 knots, I want to say. I think is what I read. So 120 knots in mph. That is 1120. That is not the number I want. So that's 138. So let's say 8:59, 1:38. That's about a 6-hour flight. That sounds about right. And if we divide that by 16, that is going to be 38 minutes real time at the maximum speed this can accelerate. So that's going to be a bit much for this stream. I don't really want to spend an hour on that. Do we have anything shorter? We've got this one here.
I see a 315 one right here.
That's true. Yeah, that one pays out $30,000. Let's actually take a quick look at the documentation for this thing now that I think about it, because I wanted to see how the other pilots work. Like if we can make some more money here by hiring pilots and sending them on missions, that would be great. I kind of suspect that's not how it works.
You'd still need to buy a plane for them.
That's a good point. Yep. Shit. We can rent one.
Yeah, but at that point, then I wonder if you have to keep FS going. Well, like if you send them on an 8-hour flight, do you have to keep FS going?
Well, it's a good question, but hang on. So pilots are hired for a period of 24 hours for a set fee. They can fly as many missions as you can fit into the 24-hour period. They have a skill level, an efficiency level, and they determine how skillful they are when handling the plane and how efficient they are. A pilot's health will decrease the more they fly. This is a known problem. Flying is deadly over time. But as health decreases, there's more chance of making errors, losing bonuses, or crashing. Okay, so yes, they do fly automatically. So we could hire a pilot, rent a plane, and give them a mission. And oh man, I forgot about Prepare 3D. That damn thing. So how much does it cost? Because I only see options to buy. So what is our rent situation like? This is for buying cargo.
Hainer?
Doesn't give us an option there. We can rent a plane from... I'm going to hit this and see what it does. Does it just do it instantly and I'm just screwed?
I think you just...
No, doesn't seem to have. So yeah, I don't exactly know how that works. Let me go back to the documentation for a second. We'll start flying something in a moment. But let's just see, how do we... So flying... Nope, that's flying itself. Here we go, missions. All right, so if we go to missions, where is the option for rent? You can stack missions. You can take cargo, passenger, VIP, express, and sensitive missions simultaneously, and then do a multi-leg trip where you just drop people off here, and then here, and then here. Whoa. Okay, there we go. The choose plane and crew thing is how you do hired pilots, and that seems to be automatic. But rent a plane is for you to fly. You can't have somebody else do it. So whoops. Also, the actual figure is you'll pay 30% of the mission earnings in rental fees. And you have to have 1/3 of the aircraft's cost in the bank as a security deposit that will be charged if you crash. Wow, this is so sophisticated. I mean, it's not all that complicated theoretically, but actually bothering to implement all this is just so cute. Okay, so obviously I want nothing to do with that. So instead, let's go ahead and what are we doing here? What are we doing? So this one, if this guy was going to be, if 834 was going to be like 38 real world minutes, then 315 should be like 15 real world minutes. So let's go ahead and take this one. Fly that. Okay, connect and fly. Not enough fuel. You may have to land at an airport. Oh, because it remembers that being how much fuel I have. When I connect, though, it should auto-fuel.
Don't you have to pay to fuel?
No, I turned on auto-fuel.
Oh, okay.
So it should do it automatically. So I'm not sure what that's about.
You should double check that it does that in game.
439. It's supposed to. I saw it. I actually checked yesterday. So we're supposed to take on. Oh. We're supposed to take on 439 pounds. which I have to add manually because it turns out I already had some cargo on board because it never zeroed it. So that's going to be 186 plus 439.
I don't think you have to add it.
5.
Transporter from dispatch. Good morning. The cargo mission will start as soon as you get on your plane in the parking.
The parking. So we're actually
Transporter from
overweight.
dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
We are at 2,700 and we can only take 2,500. So
Get rid of the co-pilot.
can I do that? Can I lose the co-pilot?
Maybe. Yeah. Just put 0 on there. See what happens.
That's actually not enough.
See if you can just lose the cargo that you already had in there, because you answered that
Oh.
for a previous mission.
No, but see, this adds up here now. See, missing 0. My plane's not actually...
Transporter. Cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
I have to abandon this mission. I don't actually have the capacity for it. Sorry, everyone. I realized I left the Neofly up there. Yeah, the as you can see, I'm over capacity for this. I don't even necessarily have enough fuel. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you haven't auto-fueled yet.
No, it did because you saw the fuel adjust a couple
Oh,
times.
I guess I didn't.
Yeah. So, is it possible to? Oh. Okay.
Will that get
so-
you... Is that enough to get you there?
I don't know. Is Neofly happy with it? I don't know if that'll get me there.
Oh, one way to find out.
Well, there's several ways to find out, such as by doing the math.
You'd have to know how much you burn per...
Well, that's a known value. The GPH Cessna G1000 fuel consumption calculator.
Hello so far, too.
That's 100.
Oh, hello, 100. I can barely keep my name straight, so...
Oh, surely somebody has like a quick calculator online. They don't? Oh, this sucks.
Because I think it depends on a lot of different factors.
I mean, like, there's one thing, Elliott Aviation, but it has you pick a location? Yeah, this is not what we're
How long
looking
is the
for.
trip?
It is... The distance is 315 miles. Let's just see if we can find a ballpark
Going
fuel
with
consumption
70
rate.
gallons?
Yeah. So, no, that's pounds.
Oh, pounds, okay.
Yeah, about 70 pounds of fuel. That does not sound like enough. And... Yeah, sure. Here's a Quora question. Does this say...
All pilots use Quora.
Consumption and CO2 emission. That one's empty. Okay, well, here's somebody on Quora is just throwing out a number. He's like, if you just want rough numbers, let's say for 100 knots, about 10 gallons per hour. Okay, well, at 10 gallons per hour, we'd be looking at a half-hour flight time. There's no way we can get there.
10 gallons per tank?
Or no, I'm sorry. It's about...
So that'd be
okay,
1
sorry.
hour.
So yeah, an hour. But our actual distance would be 3 hours because we're going about 300 miles. And this
Wait,
can
if
only
you're going
travel
about 300
100
miles,
an
I think that's less.
No, because we're going 100 miles an hour, so it's going to take 3
Oh,
hours.
okay. Yeah.
So yeah, no, we cannot take this mission. We don't have the capacity for it. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to cost anything at all to abandon a mission.
Just make
So-
sure to, before you start one, to get rid of the cargo that's still in your plane and
Well,
all
I
that.
have to adjust it anyway. So, if we look at flying, what was the mission weight was 795 pounds. So I'm not sure which it was. This one here. This is the one. That's why it was so valuable for the distance because of how heavy it was. This one is a slightly longer trip, but a much lower cargo capacity, and it pays more. Let's fly that one. All right. Yeah,
Transporter from dispatch. It's a cargo mission today. When you check the payload and the flight plan, please release your parking brake to start.
Okay, so mission weight is
Transporter form
176
dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
nan pounds.
And I think now you can increase your fuel capacity.
Oh, it did it automatically. Now it's back at 71 pounds. So okay, so to fix this, what we have to do is we go to the hangar, and we have to add fuel here, which we do by increasing this. Oh, no.
I think it doesn't let you do it if you're in the middle of a mission.
No, that's not right. Maybe it's because we're actually in this. So let's go back here.
Transporter, cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
Huh. I'm not sure how to make that work, so I'm gonna try and buy fuel in the game again. We're at 28 now. But if I switch this, bink, it's back at 20. How do we buy gas? Let me go back and turn off auto fuel. Maybe that doesn't work quite the way I think it does. Hangar. Okay, so now it lets me turn that up. And now if I hit validate, oh, can't do this while in mission. Well, then how am I supposed to fuel up?
Between missions.
End mission. I don't have enough gas, so I need to fuel up. That's weird. I think that's weird. So now, if we go back and turn on auto fuel, and then go to the hangar and increase the amount of fuel we have to 130 pounds, validate. It asks, do I want to buy fuel for $46? Yes. And now we should see it. Oh, it's not connected right now. There we go. We go back to flying. We hit connect. Okay. It still thinks that we have only... Oh, okay. This thinks we need about 198 pounds of fuel.
Transporter from dispatch. I see you ask for a cargo mission. The ground crew is waiting you on
Sorry,
the parking
gotta
to
cancel
load the
that. So,
crates.
it says I need 198 pounds, but it doesn't tell me that until I try to actually start. There are some rough edges with this. So let's go ahead and fuel this up to 200 pounds. And let's see. Yep, buying fuel. And now let's see if we have enough cargo capacity.
Transporter from dispatch. I see you ask for a cargo mission. The
Yes, I
ground
did.
crew is waiting you on the parking to
Okay.
load the crates.
All right, there we go. We have enough capacity for that. All right.
Transporter form dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
Yeah, Vince, it's nuts. This thing is wild. All right. So we're pretending to load some cargo right now. Okay, and this time around, let's try and have a better time with the GPS. So let's use this guy here. We are going to... Oh, this is out of date. There we go.
Yeah, you haven't...
It's there now.
Okay.
So we're going to S77. So let's go to direct to S.
Transporter, cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
Thank you. Oh, we're going to Coeur d'Alene. I think my boyfriend was from there. All right. Do not touch screens, everyone. That's the most important thing. No, you're touching them. She's touching them.
Ready to fly?
I'm getting there. Need to adjust that. There we go. Okay. All right, so our course is programmed in here. We're going to fly at about 5,000 feet. I have no idea if that's typical for a Cessna. It's just where I seem to be comfortable. Let's set our vertical climb speed to 600 ahead of time so we don't screw this up. And then our altitude setting is 5,000. We are on GPS guidance. Let's set nav mode on. There we go. GPS, altitude 5,000. Let's turn altitude hold off. Okay, nav mode, vertical speed mode. Okay, that's all on. All right, AP off. Flap position is at 100. Let's decrease that. Click.
Controls.
All right. Tank is still 100 proof. We're all tuned up in gas.
Just the camera, so it doesn't. It's just not a shot on my chest the entire time.
Well,
Or,
what if
you
the
know,
kitty
shut.
comes back?
Well, I think she's napping on the chair.
Oh, is
what
she?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
No, not on the headrest, on the actual seat.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
You'd have to stand up and move it around.
all right. Well, then we'll just do that for the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Let's fly a mission. Flaps down, full throttle, trying to keep this thing on the straight and narrow.
Transporter from dispatch. Fly safe.
Start banking.
Start Banky.
Yeah. The banky?
Da Vinci?
Oh,
Birds. For anybody who wasn't there for this, we did buy a mod that adds birds you can run into.
But only to the Pacific Northwest.
That's true, yeah. PNW
To get
birds.
birds for any other location, you have to pay for a specific regional pack.
Correct. Holy crap, we're only at 500 feet. We need to climb.
You have the autopilot turned on yet?
No, I have not. Let's go yet. Whoa, whoa, what happened to our bank? Look away for this airplane for 1 second. Wow, we're at such a low altitude. Normally I climb a lot faster than this. What did I... Whoa. Oh,
Flaps.
the flaps, the damn flaps. The damn flaps. Ah, crap. Oh, why aren't we climbing? Hey, what? Anybody know why we're not climbing? Anyway, so I actually don't know the answer to this. Do bird strikes affect propeller planes as much as they do turbine engines? I always had this feeling like they don't so much. Props seem like they should be just tougher. But I really don't know. Like, they just seem less precise. So we're definitely going to have to climb to avoid that mountain there. So let's go ahead and... Alright, let's go ahead and turn off nav mode. Okay, vertical speed mode is on. Let's set for a vertical speed of about 900 and then autopilot. There we go. Okay. Alright. I was having trouble holding that. Well, the thing is that turbine engines are so precise that the tiniest imbalance on even a single blade, just a nick, can cause the entire engine to self-destruct very catastrophically. And it has a good chance of taking out the whole wing or hydraulics, etc. A propeller, yeah, I mean, it's not going to work if it's missing a blade, certainly, but you're still talking about a thicker piece of material that's much less precise, moving at a much slower speed, and if it catastrophically fails, you'll still be able to land the plane most of the time. So, yeah, I guess running into one with the windscreen could do it. Oh, we are actually way off course. I was worried about missing the mountains, so I wasn't really paying attention to that. Let's see. Let's turn on nav mode and see if it can get us on course and climb to the right altitude at the same time. Okay. All right, we're up above those hills.
This hasn't updated with mine. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're so far off course that the damn map is isn't zoomed in enough. Well, I mean, they do the best with the turbines, but if you look at there are still stories of there's still cases where turbine explosions have penetrated the wing. It just depends how it disintegrates. Of course, maybe those are older ones I've been reading about, or have read about, I should say. Stand up here.
stare directly into that sun.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that it adjusted the bloom and isn't blowing out the camera anymore, because that was really irritating. What time of year? I think it's September in game. Yep, it's apparently September. I don't know why. Here, we can set this to real time.
Stall.
Why are we stalling?
Stall.
Why are we stalling?
I think the rate of ascent was really high. So
It was doing okay for a
well,
while.
I mean the angle of ascent. Sorry. Yeah, look at the angle of ascent. It's set up to like 15 degrees.
But it was okay for a while. Okay, well, we're on course. Let's pick a less aggressive vertical speed and put us back on... Okay, there we go. I don't know why turning on the autopilot tends to cause it to buck like that. Oh, I might actually know why that
Rapidly
is.
adjusting the trim or something.
Yeah, because the thing is, whenever I turn the autopilot off, I'm fighting the trim, so I'm pushing up or pushing in really hard, and then when I hit the autopilot, I let go of the yoke, and it pops back up until the trim can adjust back down. Hey, T-Rex. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right, so I think we're stabilizing here. It's interesting that the route per the Neopad
Yeah, well, if you
is
zoom in and out of that.
like a quarter mile off from the. So
Yeah,
let's.
I think it has to do with zoom levels a little bit.
No, it's pretty. Maybe it's not as. You know what? Maybe it's not as far. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it's not as far off as it looks. It isn't. And
Yeah.
see, we're actually converging on that line. So, all right. So our ETE in game is 200 minutes, which is let's
Pretty
see,
far.
3 hours is 180. So this is about 3 hours 20. So if we accelerate by 16 times, that should cut it down to something much more tolerable. We're just getting buffeted. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and accelerate here. There we go. Yeah, and actually, Neopad is saying ETA is 190.
Yeah.
But we're already cutting down on that. Okay, that's clearly going to be a lot quicker. So let's just listen for the stall horn or any other. We are going to overspeed here in a moment. Let's go ahead and pull the engine control down a little bit before we start overspinning the. Yeah, that's the thing. Is my impression of plane avionics is that when you're not operating at like the Boeing 737 and higher level, you're looking at pretty open loop systems, all things considered. Like, yes, they have sensors, etc., but they're still not quite as... I mean, even with the big boys, it seems like the autopilot, the description I've heard of the autopilot and the avionics in general seems very kind of, seems like it does a lot of dead reckoning, feels like. Why is our ETA going up? Are we losing speed? I just watched the ETA click up from 167 to 169. Our ETA is increasing.
Probably because... Oh, now it's going down again. It's probably like sim rate. The sim probably
maybe
doesn't
it's
keep a
confusing it.
consistent 16x.
Yeah, there we go. Well, let's
it's-
accelerate and see.
That's my guess.
Now, if something goes wrong, I assume we're just going to like blink and the plane will be in the ground. But yeah, we obviously don't want to sit here for 3 hours, so I'm running the simulation at 16 times. I did it on the last mission. It seemed to do fine. I feel like if your plane hits a deer, you're less concerned with the damage to the prop itself, though. I mean, you tell me, but it seems like it would pretty much take out
So
your
here's a
land-
fun
your
thing.
deer. Huh.
If we maintain this exact course, that might put us right in the path of that giant mountain.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
does.
sure which mountain that is.
It does seem like if we maintain this course, we're going to run into that mountain. Now, another interesting thing is look how far away from the line we are.
Probably getting buffeted. Like, the nav is definitely trying to keep you on there.
Yeah, it is. And it looks like it's bringing us closer. Seems to be. probably going to have to climb, I think. Let's go ahead, slow down, and we'll let's increase our target altitude.
What is our destination?
Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what mountain that would be.
Yeah, I don't either. So let's go to vertical speed mode. Set that to 600. We'll just very gently climb. It's not going to get us over the mountain. No.
What do you put? Go to 10.
I don't really have a very good feel for the operating ceiling on these things.
You can go to 25 on this plane, I think.
Oh, for some reason my altimeter tops out at 6. Oh, no, it doesn't top out there. It's just that's where I set the limit because that's where I tended to find myself flying. So, all right. So what's weird, look at this, we're definitely deviating considerably more in this view. I'm sure.
I mean, look at all the buffeting that's happening.
But that doesn't matter. What matters is how far are we actually off course. Well, I guess we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, anyway,
so use this to see what mountain we're heading towards, if we can.
Let me use the NeoFly window itself. So that's going to be Mount Adams at 13,000 feet.
Okay, and that's in the middle of our journey. So if it's at 13,000, go to 14.
Looks like they can only do 14.
Okay, we should go to 14.
I assume you don't necessarily want to ride on the edge of the service
I'm
ceiling.
sure it'd be fine.
Maybe. Okay. Well, we'll give it a shot. No, we definitely
Gotta
need
do
to
it
climb.
soon.
Yep. I mean, we could just turn, also.
Let's get up high. Let's get up in the clouds.
I mean, if we can actually do it in the time we have before we get there. Yeah, see, we're losing a lot of airspeed.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Holy crap. We're also... Oh, no. Vertical speed mode off. We're losing too much airspeed. We're going to have to go around. Oops.
Well, maybe this the rate of descent was a bit too high if you maintained at...
Well, it was only at 500. I don't think we actually would have climbed high enough before we got there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off nav mode, put it on vertical speed mode, turn it back on. What is it doing? Stall?
Yeah, because you're at 15 degrees.
Whoa. What's going on here? Why? Why are we stalling?
Because you're at the...
No, I wasn't. I was only at 5 degrees and it was stalling.
But as soon as it was doing that as soon as you went above the 5
But
degree
why
mark.
is my airspeed so low? God, I'm so bad at this.
Because you were climbing at 15 degrees for an extended period of time.
So much roll.
I think this icon might give you weather information.
Not unless it's tied into the...
Oh yeah, we need to do that because I would like to see wind speed actually.
Okay, no, it's doing the same problem. It was doing the same thing it's doing before. Why are we turning? Why are we banking like this? Are we on heading hold? Why are we turning? What? Why? Why would we be turning right now? I don't get it. I don't have a mode on that should be allowed to do that. Like, if I go, I'm in vertical speed mode, I'm set to 14,000.
Can you get like a flight MSFS pad that shows you the current weather where you are? Because I just like to see if like we were just flying in super high winds.
Oh, so this is basically it.
The weather is set to clear skies.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that.
And so these things tell you that there's cloud layers, and then that's a wind layer,
Okay.
and that's the only one that should exist.
Okay.
So I don't know why I don't exactly know how to tell if there's crosswind here. I don't know which instrument does that, but it certainly doesn't seem like there should be. And besides that, the autopilot should be compensating for it to keep me on a straight line. Even if I don't have, well, I guess not if I have heading hold turned off. So let's do this. Let's go ahead, bring heading hold online here. There. Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, and now supposedly we should be able to increase our vertical speed a little bit. Okay, 400. Plane is haunted. Should be able to climb. See, that's the thing. I don't know why it was at 15 degrees earlier. I didn't tell it to. I had it set to like 600 feet per second, which should not have required.
Well, it's going up now.
Yeah, I know, but it's going up at about 10 degrees. I don't know why it was at 15 earlier, but we're losing airspeed, so I'm going to have to...
Yeah, 5 degrees is kind of the gentlest slope you can take and not lose speed, I think. Or the hardest slope.
So, you see how even though... See, I don't get this. I'm lowering my... It says it's going up slower and slower, but it's pitching up and pitching up and pitching up. Why?
Stall.
Because we're losing airspeed. So in order to climb at the same vertical speed, it has to pull the nose up.
Yeah.
That is what the other mode here is for. Not FLC. Yes, FLC mode. That's what it is.
Stall.
Oh, nope. Gotta actually turn the AP on. That should get those trims back down. If I remember correctly, and I might not, but FLC, I think, is like a more advanced vertical speed mode where it tries to maintain a given airspeed while also trying to achieve your requested altitude. I think is what it is. And yeah, it looks like we can only really climb at about 150 feet per minute. And to get to 14,000 would take forever at that speed. All right, well, at any rate, it looks like I've figured out some problems with the... Isn't it great watching somebody try and learn autopilot entirely through first principles just by poking at it? Doesn't that make everyone feel super comfortable? This is your pilot speaking.
I figured out what.
This is your pilot speaking. I think I figured out what this FLC button up here does. This should be a much less rocky ride after this, folks. I appreciate your patience.
Do try to get on course.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I still don't want to hit that mountain. There's no point getting on course at this point if we're just going to hit the
It's weird
damn
how
mountain.
desynced this seems to be, but I don't know if this is running on the same map data as this.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to cut across this part of it if we can get high enough before we get there. That's your captain speaking. There's a big mountain ahead of us. Pretty scary.
I'm gonna hand the controls to the co-pilot.
Yeah, I think they've done this before. I think you're in good hands. And we're still losing. Well, still losing a little bit of airspeed, but it's picking back up. We are at the opposite of ramming speed. We buffeting. See, our ETA has skyrocketed too. We're now, again, this is higher than it was when we started because we're losing so much airspeed in order to try and get this altitude. And in fact, I think I'm going to dial down the altitude because I think we're actually high enough for the heading that we're on. So let's go down. Whoops, that's too far. Okay, let's just aim for 9,500. Why are you going down?
I don't know.
Why are you going down?
Well, no, it's leveling out because you're already at 9,500.
Nope, it's because flight level achieves that level and then stops. So it shut itself off automatically. You'd think there would be a beeper. Okay, so now we're climbing back, and then when we get there, I'm going to put us on altitude hold mode. Okay, done. Okay. Now we
At
should
some
be
point,
safe.
you need to get back on course.
Well, we're getting past the mountain. But yeah, it is weird that per the Neopad, we're on the right course. What does Neofly say if we actually look at
Neopad says this is only 12,276 feet. So you could have hit that at 13.
Wait a minute.
No, the mountain.
Well, that's what Bing says, but the part that that's the peak. The part we're passing over is less than 9,500
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, but I was saying if we...
Wow, this buffeting really sucks. Wow. Okay, but the autopilot seems to be managing all right. So once we clear this mountain, I'm going to put us on nav mode. Okay, so let's go to nav mode, and in theory, that should get us back on heading. Okay. I don't know why the Bing map and the game map disagree so much, but it really seems like they do.
Can we turn on the GPS or the satellite overlay on this?
Yes, we can. Okay. All right, we're getting back on the pink line here. I can't believe Sarah went. I set up a camera just for Sarah, and she decides to go to sleep.
I can pick her up. I can perturb her.
Yeah, but then she'll cause problems. It's good that she's asleep. It's making things much easier for me. I'm just mad at her anyway. I mean, she's always upset no matter what happens. I can do the same thing. Whew. All right. Okay, well, we're on a decent course here, so let's go ahead, accelerate, and see if we can get our ETA down below, down below 2 hours. That's what I'm really hoping for, that we can actually finish this on stream. Make that 30 grand. Seems all right. Man, this game looks good. Really does look very good. Doesn't run so well all the time is the thing of it.
Because you're going so fast.
Oh,
that's
right,
having
yeah.
to-
Yeah.
There's like... In fact, did you just crash it? Oh, no.
Fortunately. It would be very upsetting if we...
I've never actually seen this game crash, so...
I think when it first came out, I think it crashed once or twice. But yeah, it's largely pretty stable, I would say. So we're at 9,500 feet here. Autopilot's holding steady. Going at about 100 knots, so we're making good time. That ETA is definitely counting down. Okay, that's about a minute per second. At this rate, days could feel like hours. Is that... Oh, that was the flight... No, that was the ILS border crossing noise, I think is what Away said. Mr. Captain speaking. Can you believe they let me fly this thing? Just kidding, folks. We're gonna have a nice smooth flight here today. United States Military Reservation. What is a military reservation? Oh, yeah, training center. Okay, there we go. Just trying to figure out what the hell that meant. That is a really long name. United States Military Reservation Yakima Training Center. That's so many words. Desert Air Priest Rapids. Name. We should be there in just a couple minutes, real time. So. That's the Cessna, the fastest plane in the world.
You keep bumping the controller, and I worry that it's gonna knock you out of autopilot.
I don't think it'll knock it out of autopilot. I think the autopilot in this is too stupid to ever actually disengage. I think you have to have a bigger plane for that.
No, I did that. Remember? Last night.
You said that, but I haven't been able. I've been fighting the autopilot pretty hard today, and I've not been able to get it to disengage. Michael Crichton's Airframe. It's a good book. I think it's a good book.
It's been 20 years since I've read it.
Yeah, there's probably problems with it. How about the Mariners?
I haven't been following baseball.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're still losing. My favorite thing about sports is that you can say that about any team, because the nature of any sport is that
How about them Tigers?
I mean, somebody has to lose every game, and nobody wins every, like, even close to every game. So, welcome to the United States of America. Flat. There's a lot of flat. We're being buffeted.
Man, I haven't been to a buffet in like 4 years.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Actually, damn, is there anybody on here who knows the answer to this? Whether in general aviation, is it practical for pilots to listen to music, or do they just have to spend too much, do they just have to pay too much attention to ATC and what they're doing for that to really work out? I've always wondered about this. I mean, I know in commercial aviation, I'm sure it's not an option, but, you know, does your typical Cessna pilot have a, you know, have their Bluetooth on? Yeah, I mean, I figured you could do that. I just didn't know if it was like considered good practice, or if it was a thing you could do but was not generally smiled upon. Oh, we're getting real close. 30 minutes in-game time.
Can you, while we're approaching, do you want to bring up the map and see what our,
What's our landing look like?
yeah.
The game is not responding due to the sim rate situation. Let's go ahead and slow that down. Okay, so holy crap. Oh no. Is this one of those godforsaken dirt? Oh no. It's a bush.
It's not quite a bush landing.
Oh man, just about though. That is a dirt airstrip.
Yep.
It's better than the last one that we landed on, but I knew from the name S77 it wasn't going to be a hard.
I mean, it was, you know, it was near Coeur d'Alene. Like, what else is near Coeur d'Alene?
Fair. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right, let's accelerate again. We're only about 20-25 minutes out. ETE, there we go. You can see it count down on the right monitor there. Two. One. See, this is the thing about flight simulators. I totally get flying a real plane for 9 hours just for kicks, but I don't really get how you do it in a simulator and like be okay with it. I don't really know, how does that work? Like, I mean, you can do whatever you want with your life, but wait, we're getting a caution. Oh crap, we're running out of gas. Oh,
Which
man.
field do we have?
I don't actually know how to tell other than to look in here, so we're going to look in here. Looks like...
That should be enough to get us where we're going. We're only 10 minutes out.
Yeah, we have about 30 pounds in each tank.
And we
And-
filled up to what it recommended, so chances are we're landing with empty fuel.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I don't know...
Oral warning, okay.
I don't know how much fuel you're typically supposed to land with. I know you want to fuel up to only the amount that you need, so you're not hauling extra gas. But I don't know... like, are you supposed to, is this reasonable? Should we actually get a low fuel warning before landing, or does that really indicate that you are on bingo fuel and you are in trouble? I don't know.
I think there would be more of an alarm if you were basically almost about to run out of fuel completely.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, that was an alert rather than a...
Yeah.
It was yellow, not red. But
Yeah,
I feel like...
there's like when you get to a quarter tank in your car, it goes
Yeah.
into the into the red area of the meter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. All right. Okay, we can't see our airstrip yet from where we are. Let's zoom out over here. Okay, there we are. Can't move it about that fast. All right, let's get back in on this thing. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is we're going to be landing from going south-southeast-ish. We're 6 minutes out. Oh, you know what? We need to descend. We need to lose a bunch of altitude. All right, so
how far
AP
out?
off.
Oh, yeah. You set an approach autopilot?
Yeah, but I tried it earlier and I wasn't sure how to use it. So we're getting an error. Oh, that was the altimeter warning. Okay. So, all right, let's set our vertical speed to about minus 1500. Okay. Vertical speed mode, nav mode off, hold mode off. Okay, there we go. All right, so that should auto descend at the specified rate. I feel like I probably
You're
waited.
gonna start over speeding at
Yeah.
some point, maybe.
Drop the engine RPMs a little bit.
So you can't descend too far, it looks like, because all these darn mountains.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't actually understand yet how to correlate the above sea level with above terrain distances. Don't quite know how that works. So let's take a look at. All right.
So it's just relatively straightforward.
Yeah, and I think that that's not it.
Yeah,
Not
it was nice,
quite.
wide, and open.
I think it's that one. It might be there.
What's the button?
No, because that's not at a.
Okay, so somewhere.
That would put it there.
Zoom
and
in.
that.
Maybe in that?
I don't know. Well, I think we're almost certainly going to have to come around. Let's go ahead and increase our descent speed.
You don't want to go too far.
Well, certainly. Did we lose our... Oh, we lost our handling bonus because we had a stall warning. But we have not hit our pitch. We've not lost our pitch bonus. So... And what does our fuel level look like? 26. Okay, so I guess those were not critical errors. Minutes out. I don't think we're going to lose enough altitude in that time.
Let's remember, these mountains probably put you up at like, a couple thousand feet
Yeah.
from sea level.
But I guess... So it's over there somewhere.
You are off course a little bit, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm banking.
That's it.
Think that's it?
I think that's it.
But no, we should be looking straight at it right now. We are. Yeah, we are pointed directly at it, wherever it is. So, is it behind a hill, maybe? Do we have an altitude? Or... We don't have an altitude for the landing strip. So I don't know what that is.
Maybe it is right after that hill. That's what this is. Is there a topology map?
There is, but I don't know how to read it.
I know how to read topology a little bit.
Well, I thought there was, but
Yeah,
it
I
seems
don't
like
see
maybe
it.
there isn't. So, yeah, it must be up in that valley there.
Well, there's like roads and shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you look at the heading here, your nose pointing towards this. So it's like,
God, what if it's up here? No, it says it's over there. It's gotta be in the valley, right?
it's probably in the valley.
I'm sure we can get a topo map from one of these, but I don't have time to screw with it right now.
Yeah.
We should be like right on top of it, just about. God, what if it's below us?
Press the button again.
No. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I thought I saw it.
Are you sure that's the button to look at the closest?
So it's actually look at closest object of interest, which does not necessarily need to be the airstrip. But yeah, I don't know. We may have to overfly this thing just to figure out where the hell it is.
It should have enough fuel. Let's do a couple
I think we have enough to come around, yeah. So what I'm actually going to do, because I need to get a look out the side of the plane at this thing, so I'm going to... Well, you know, it says that we can make the approach this way, so let's just get on heading. Let's get on course, rather. Let's intersect that course. Okay. And let's just follow the path it suggests, and we'll see what happens. Oh man, is that it? Coming out from behind the...
Yeah, it might be.
Okay. Pull way over. Let's get this... Oh man, is that the strip right? Do you see? There's a bit of a...
500.
Well... Is that it right there? No. It says it's right in front of us.
Can you? It's probably too late to zoom in on that map.
A bit, yeah.
Do it anyway.
It's as good as we can get it.
In this area right here.
I think so. But we're so close to those trees. I'm afraid to lose much altitude. Oh man, there it is.
What are you looking at?
Well, no. Is it behind this?
It could be.
Oh yeah, we're not quite there yet. I need to pull up. We're losing too much speed, or too much altitude, I should say. Put my flaps back up. I had the flaps out a little bit to lose some altitude.
That's fair.
500.
500. I'm just gonna cheat a little. Oh crap! I forgot that I don't have that set to a reasonable camera position. Yeah, it's got to be in the valley behind all this. So we're gonna have to just get over this hill, and then...
I think I do see a clearing.
Yeah, there's a clearing there. Sure enough. Oh man,
Oh man.
this is scary. I'm scared.
People do this.
People do this. I don't know how, but they do. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
500.
No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay. Pull up.
Nope,
pull up.
we're just
pull
gonna-
up. Pull up. I need to get rid of the Neopad. There we go.
Okay. If you go around like that,
Is that the strip?
that's the strip.
We already have way too much speed.
Yeah, go around and go this way.
Yeah, that would make more sense. All right. Well, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Yep. Could now put your flaps down. Like, I'd wait till
Yeah,
you're
not
on
yet.
approach
Not
vector.
yet. We have a lot of maneuvering to do first.
But yeah, try to stay within this valley so you don't have to climb over a mountain again.
Yeah, I agree. This is definitely the angle we want to come in on. We're gonna be flying. We're probably gonna be landing backwards. Well, we are landing backwards to where it wants us to. We could have banked around the other direction. I think the valley continues, but I don't know.
It should be fine.
Should. Okay. I'm gonna just fix something here. I wanted to get because I'm not very good yet at sussing out where my plane is relative to the ground. So I wanted to get an idea of.
Well, I haven't heard
exactly
500
what-
yet.
I
I would
did.
start banking.
Giving it a bit of a wider
Wait, why go that way instead of this way?
because I am making a larger arc, which gives me a straighter angle.
Notice you're also turning into the mountain. Try to lose a little bit of altitude too. Is that it? No.
Nope.
That's the road.
Yep. Who's not pointing at it yet.
Right.
So all the way around. There. All right, there it is.
Okay, get on the. Yeah. Straighten out.
Oh, it's going to be hard to lose all this speed.
Flaps.
Yep, flaps are all the way down. We're just not losing very much speed. I think we're going to
You'll
roll
be
out.
fine.
I think we're going to roll out.
500.
We're still at 100 knots. Oh man, we're going to have to touch down pretty early if we're going to make it. Flare. Okay, we're losing a lot of forward velocity. I'm going to touch down here. Hope the brakes can do it.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the next parking and put
Bob.
your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Brake.
I'm braking. I'm braking as hard as I can. Come on.
Rudder. Rudder the other way now.
Oh, no. We're going to roll off the runway.
It'll
Oh,
be fine.
shit. We're
It'll
going
be
to
fine.
die.
That's what that's for.
No, we're going to die. Come on, 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 come on.
No, you're good.
I wouldn't say I'm good.
You're good. You're slowing down enough.
Oh,
Easy peasy. Put the parking brake on. Unload the cargo.
I don't think they're going to let me.
Transporter from dispatch. Okay, nice job.
Nice job.
Take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Yeah, we lost the comfort bonus, the landing bonus. Holy crap. All right. Ah, the parking area. We're here. Welcome to the parking area. Welcome to Zombo.
Yeah, we still have the no-fly window up
Uh,
over the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was intentional. So yeah, our vertical speed there was 430 feet per second, which is not what we wanted. This is NeoFly, which
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
this is NeoFly, which is a free add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's very janky, and it, pardon me, it just bolts on a career system. All right, are they done unloading?
No, they're still making noise.
No, okay. – You know, the funny thing is, like, there's probably an awful lot of landings that are.
Transfer from dispatch.
Oh.
Everything seems okay. The customer looks happy. Mission ended.
That should give me about 56,000, 53,000, thereabouts. Yeah, 52,830. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, NeoFly lets you see your entire flight path. It tracks the whole thing, so we can actually see that I left here and I tracked up that way and then went out this way. And I'd like to see how big a swing we did around that mountain. There it is. Look at that. How cool is that? But and you can see how fast you're going by the spacing of the dots, presumably, or those might be. Oh, those might be. Oh, okay. These are where I didn't have it accelerated, and these are where I did, because it's only going to take navigation. It's only going to copy down navigation info at a fixed real-world speed. So if you're accelerated, you're going to be spaced out further. So then, as you can see, when we go to real time, we get back here, it's all very close together. And honestly, that's not that bad, right? We went around once and landed, and I just would have preferred to be a little further out. And it actually shows us. Oh wow! It shows us where we hit our where we lost our comfort bonus. This exclamation here has a tooltip that says bank 0.75 pitch minus 0.06. Yeah, hang on. There we go.
Probably can't see that on the stream.
No, they
it's
can't.
a tooltip.
But at any rate, yeah, it gives you that information. And then let's see. And then it has this the green symbol means that's where you landed. The blue one is, I guess, what plane you officially have at that airport, and then the airport symbol itself, of course. And then the actual airplane icon shows where my plane really is versus where it's supposed to be.
I think your overlay is hiding it, but you just got a coffee donation. I believe that sound was saying.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you didn't hear it?
Oh. Vince, I hope that wasn't for something in particular, because I was just about to stop this stream. Because I have other plans. But if you were just supporting me, then I appreciate it. The game itself, to the best of my knowledge, does not track any of this. As far as I know, pretty much every single thing that this does is completely new. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do more of these. Might even do them during the week rather than just on the weekend. Might do a few more of these. Because I've been coming in here and doing some on my own, so I might as well stream it. And you can get loans.
Thank you, Vince. I was about to type it in, and then I realized, oh wait, I'm mic'd again.
So this is interesting. We could actually take out a $92 million loan, and I don't know if there's like qualifications for it. It doesn't say there are. 7% interest rate. Right, so obviously, we could get usured into hell, but yeah, there it is. And then this is our whole bank balance history. Oh, there's airport fees. I didn't know that.
Huh.
So there's airport fees, insurance costs. You have to pay for fuel. You have to repair your plane.
How much is the airport fee at this place?
That's a good question. Looks like maybe $100.
$100 for this airport fee?
Well, I mean, who else is paying for it? Oh. Oh my god. Okay, now did they make... Wait, this game came out in 2020, so they must have known about Seoul. So they have a COVID campaign in here. Oh man. Really? Are there others? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they've been slowly building campaigns for this. So yeah, there's a multiplayer system that I don't know much about. You can see every log for every flight you've ever done. So if I pick my first one here, Let's see. Do we have to manually? We do. We have to manually locate it. So my first flight here was really straightforward. I just took off from SeaTac and had a bit of a rough time because I couldn't find the damn... This was a really, really basic airstrip. It was so hard to locate. So that one was okay, and I did an advertising trip. That one was pretty straightforward. But then we tried to do a rescue flight where you take off, you fly to some remote location, and you try to rescue a crashed plane. But the problem is, these are all incredibly hard. Incredibly hard.
Yeah, these are like bush landings.
It's bush landings, but it's like, I don't know that it actually validates whether a landing is possible. So I flew around here, as you can see, for quite some time, and ultimately I tried to land on this this dirt road here and just crashed it. I did another one of these where it took me even further up. Wait, did we go into Canada?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I guess we did.
Wow, we actually made it into Canada, and it
And then
sucked.
promptly crashed your plane.
It sucked because there was actually this huge clearing to land in, and I think we clipped the trees.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, we clipped the trees as we were coming in. Ended up crashing. Now, the one saving grace of this, they absolutely could have implemented like permadeath and crashes destroying your plane. As far as I can tell, they didn't.
I think they do if you set the mode to survival.
Yeah, I
when
forgot.
you create your pilot.
Yeah, we're playing on custom mode, but there's a survival mode and a pro mode that require you to turn on certain restraints in the game, and they will disqualify you if they detect that you've turned those constraints off. Anyway, and I'm gonna kill the stream here in a couple of minutes, but just for anybody who wasn't around earlier, in addition to the mission system, you can buy. I don't understand how the market thing works. I think it's literally like, it might be investments. I think it's literally investments, because price per unit, weight, blah blah blah, but then profit per unit, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I haven't looked into it. So there's this whole thing. You can hire other pilots who can then fly missions on their own autonomously, and I don't know if that happens in real time or if it's instant. If you want to upgrade planes, you have to buy them in here. So you actually, from a given airport, you can buy a new plane. You have to be at that airport to buy it, and all the ones out here suck. There's a couple icons. There's King Air, Turboprop, little Airbus and whatnot, but no airliners or anything. If we were at SeaTac, we might be able to buy something bigger. But you can buy a plane, and then you can put a hired pilot in it. I could actually, if I wanted to, I could sell my Cessna and buy another plane to make some, to get myself to move some money around. So for instance, the one I'm flying right now costs $400,000. I could sell it and buy a Cessna 152, just your basic Volkswagen of the sky, and actually make $375,000 on the transaction, which I could then use to turn around and buy a second plane, this Ovation. Then I could hire a pilot, put him in that plane, and have him do missions for me. So, it's a whole damn thing. Kind of fascinating that somebody built this and that they did, all things considered, such a good job. I'm really impressed. So I'm having a good time with it, and I'll probably do more of it later. I'm gonna go get some lunch now. So thank you all for hanging out.
Bye.
This was a lot of fun, and I will see you again later.